We've obviously got some sort of event that's that's just happened. Can you... What is your issue? We're back in Yugoslavia and we need roughly 20,000 citizens to hit our next milestone. Do you think I can fit 20,000 citizens on the Isle of Roy that we're passing by right here? Let me know in the comments below whether you think that's possible or not. If you're new, hit subscribe while you're there as well. Let's dive in and see what can make this challenge possible. So if we take an overlook of our city here, we can see we've got a couple of large areas that already have a lot of residential uses in Meta Heights and also Night Owl Heights as well. And if we look at Meta Heights, a lot bigger area, but it's all low density residential. That's got about 8,000 in. If we look at Night Owl Heights, that's got almost 10,000, not too far away, but look at the difference in zoning. This is rammed. This only has a few little areas here of the wall-to-wall type buildings. So we're going to go for a mix of the wall-to-wall type buildings and also some of the, what are they called in here? Some of the self-sufficient type buildings as well, because I love the look of those. Now, since the last time we were here, Isle of Roy has had a few changes. I've sort of flattened out the area as much as I can. I've not lowered it all down, as a lot of people said to do. Use the move it mod, lower it down so we don't get people jumping to the ferries. I mean, that's just the way it is when you're playing vanilla with no mods. I've also got the nice little quay wall running around the side here. We'll probably change out some of the trees and stuff that are in there. Added a bit of parking and some foliage and stuff for our stadium. And then around here, just maybe flattened and straightened a few things out. And got a bit of a retaining wall over here. So it all looks a little bit more like it should. Now let's just check out the land value first. So using our info views over here. So the land value is not too shabby, not too bad. So right by the water, you always get a bit of a boost up into the green colours. The central sections is a bit low, and we can increase that as we go along by adding more services. So medical services, have only got one sort of sort over there. We've only got one death care. I don't think we have any child or elder care. No, we don't. That's some recreational stuff. We've got a little bit of that. Fire services, again, it's all focused up around the top. And police department, we don't have over here. So they're going to be travelling from the underground, on the underground route that we got here, going over to our main piece of land. So, yeah, that's definitely going to help. So, let's just have a look. Isle of Roy, have we got this in one big zone? It looks like we have, which is good. We are going to have to change that up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that like it is, and we're going to pop in the residential wall-to-wall for the... Oh, no, hang on. Pause. Do we have any zoning over here at the moment for residential? We've got a little bit over here, which is actually wall-to-wall anyway in Hawthorne Park. So I think Hawthorne Park, yeah, it's its own little zone in there, isn't it? Excellent, that's fine. Yep, so we'll leave it like that. And then we might need to change a few others if we want to use some of the self-sufficient buildings. Right, so where should we start? First of all, I think I'm going to remove all of the trees that we've got around here. There's a lot of trees that aren't going to fit in with what we're doing. So if I can carefully go around here and do that. There we go, very good. So where should we start putting our wall-to-wall in first of all? We can see we've got sort of these sections here, which I think are going to work very well, but also all the way along the outside, I think will be great for some wall-to-wall. So we're going to go for the high-density buildings. I'm not going to go all the way up to the edge there, but we're going to fill these in, and hopefully, I'm just thinking, what do the back of these look like up against... I'm going to take out these ones. There's going to be some noise. It's definitely going to be along there. And there's also going to be some noise along here. So we're going to remove that one, stop growing in, and that one. And we'll maybe just add a little bit of commercial either side of these, which I know make their own noise, but there we go. That'll be fine. Block the noise from there. And then we've got to think about some of our services as well over here. I mean, there's nice access to everywhere. This little section, we've got nice access. I feel like another road down here will be good, but we can't really sort of do that because of the slope of the land here. So I'm also going to remove, we've got this jumping electricity all across the place, so we're going to get rid of them as well. There we go, fantastic. Let's go for some of the medical care. I want to get in the elder care and the child care. Now they've got a pretty large coverage area. So we could have one over here and then one up there, and that will pretty much cover everything. There we go. That'll do for our childcare there and there, almost covering the whole map, and our elder care is slotted in there as well. Our fire coverage, like we said, is up here, so that could be okay for most of the place. It's only a small little firehouse. We'll see if we need to sneak another one of those in at some point. Police coverage looks okay. Crime rate is low, but I am going to pop in. Let's have a look. A police headquarters. We could go for the larger, high-capacity police headquarters, and I'm going to pop that back in. I'm going to pop that right in there, and that will give a nice area of effect around there. Okay, let's see what these buildings look like that we've placed along the water here. And as we go along, we're probably going to have to maybe add in some other commercial, maybe some offices to cover industrial needs, so we can keep these growing. But hopefully this will be okay. Now, we are going to have some issues where they're dropping out the back there, and also I'm going to just change what I've got over here. So we're going to remove anything that's going too far down the slope there. This is all flat, this is all flat. This drops down a bit and gives that nasty big lump. So I'm going to take those out and get those a bit smaller, and those out there, and also those there and those there. Excellent. I think everything else should be okay. Okay, they're growing in nicely. Let's take a look. Oh, they're lovely looking buildings, aren't they? I think these just look fantastic with all of their colours along here. It's getting very busy as well, which is just what we want. How does it look along the back? Well, fortunately, we have all the colours and everything along the back as well. So that fits in very nicely. We can do a lot of detailing along here with trees and things like that to improve it. But that is looking nice. Excellent. Very good. So then what I would like to do is anywhere that's like a square like this, I would also like those to be this same sort of wall to wall. So all of this area and some of these areas down here. I mean, this as well could just cut straight through there, couldn't it? So if we just add that in. Excellent. And then we've got to keep an eye on our demand bar, and it is going to start. Let's get all of that. Giving us issues the further along we go with trying to do this. Right, this is what I filled out so far. So anywhere that sort of like goes like that, got some nice corners on it, and I think the end-to-end, the wall-to-wall, I should say, will fit in nicely. I've got that all filled in. And then we're going to take a look at some parks and some mass transit that we're going to need for all of these areas as well. So let me grab a quick sip of tea, and then we'll come back once all of those are grown in. Okay, a few minutes later, things are growing in, but our demand bar is telling us they're demanding other items, but they're still growing, which is good. We are up to, let's have a look, 1,700, and it's going up, it's going down, almost 1,800. There we go. So it's looking like it's going to be a tough challenge to fit in what we need, but we can certainly increase the land value and really try and help people move over. It's getting better. We've got oh my goodness me, a lot of traffic. What is going on over here? We've obviously got some sort of event that's just happened. I really do just have to take a screenshot of that sort of thing. It just makes me laugh. There we go. Excellent. Hopefully we've got that. Let's take a look at the parks and things, the leisure. So we do have this one here, which counts as parks and plazas. So we're covered on a lot of leisure stuff, which is good. Schools and things are going to be a huge problem. We have none of those over here at all. I would like to go for the high capacity schools, and I would like them in the middle here. Let's have a look. By this, because we can pop one of those in, and we've got the high capacity high school, which is going to go right opposite there. In fact, yeah, that's going to go right opposite. And then we're going to put a little bit of detail around here as well. That should be good. That will fill that out. Land value should be starting to go up now. Yeah, excellent. And these are starting to fill in as well, which is what we want. So what we want to do is level these up as much as possible to get more people in them. So if we can just find, let's have a look. So level 1, 4 out of 5 households. Do we have anybody? There we go, 12 households in that one. And that's only up to a level 2 in a bit. So if we can get these leveled up, we're really going to start getting a lot more people living in these. So what's that? 26, 36, 39 people living in that one at the moment. Excellent. Okay, right. So What do we need for university? Public library would be good. Let's pop one of those in because that's going to help. Library here. What have we got? We've got the National Library, which I really like, but it's huge. Unfortunately, I won't fit in a square. We've got the Historical Library or the Normal Library. We'll the Historical Library. Now, what this does is why I want to put this in. If we look at the Normal Library, it gives a small bonus to education within building radius. That costs 22,000, 7,500. So this has got a much bigger radius. I can fit it right in there. Yeah, I think we'll pop it in here next to this park. It's sort of turning this into a municipal area. We've got the library, we've got the elder care, the child care, we've got the police in here. We can extend the paths, I think. Very good. Things are going well. What are we up to on the Isle of Roy? Nearly 3,000. Fantastic. And then some of these other areas around here, I mean, it's asking for more commercial because I think until we do that, our residential isn't going to grow. So we could pop in here like a nice big commercial area. This is all going to be wall to wall as well. We'll see how that looks. And then maybe some dotted in over this side like so. Hopefully that will take up the demand that we've got. And they all need somewhere to work. So we are going to need... I mean, we do have... We've got commercial. We've got some offices dotted around. We've got some offices here. We could continue these offices down here. I like the way they're sort of spread out. So yeah, let's mirror that over this way. So every single one is 2 or 3 wide. Right, things are growing, things are happening. What we at? 89% traffic flows. A lot of people moving in, so we're going to get a big load of traffic coming down here and backing up everywhere. So I'm not overly concerned about that at the moment. How are our ferry lines doing? There we go. Ferry line, 208 passengers. Whoa, no way. So there's thousands of people. So they're all moving in and then they're jumping on the ferries to try and get over to the other side. And they're not being picked up. So all of these, yeah, these are getting super filled now. So that's what's happening. Is there a larger capacity? 70. We've got the ferry, which is 80. I quite like the type that we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to up that to 16. And we're going to see whether they can pick up these 1,500 people that are all waiting to go and being added to every second of the day. What's the matter? Why aren't you going? Why has he just sat there? He's just disappeared. Is there some problem going on here? Okay, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. What's happening? Are they getting stuck? Is there not enough water? Is that not deep enough? Oh, man. Let's just fix this problem before it becomes a big issue. I'm going to grab that height down there. Okay, there we go. It's dropping. It's rising. It's all filling in. Is that going to be what the problem is? Can you... What is your issue? Oh my goodness. Is it just that they're all getting in each other's way? Oh, some of them are going. Yeah, okay. So I think they're all spread out eventually. But flipping heck. Just upgrading our water infrastructure as we're running out on sewage treatment. There we go. So that should be okay. How's this going? This is going down, sort of. Let's just check the line details over here. So yeah, that's dropped down a lot. We've still got a heck of a lot of people up here, which are trying to get to different places. There we go. They're jumping for their lives. What I was thinking as well is getting some walking paths over here. Because it might be some of these would happily walk over and use this ferry one to go around a different direction. Because I've changed this since the last time we were here. Let's put the island this way round. Since the last episode. There we go. I've now looped it all the way around and added another one down here. So if they're getting on here, that's returning. Yeah, it might be that they want to use it to get round to somewhere else on the island. And they do have roads they can walk across, but of course they will favour a walking path if there is one. So why don't we add one of those in over here if we can. What have we got? Some commercial buildings. Just sort of trying to think the best place to put it. That's going to have to remove that park. Maybe we could just pause a second. Remove that path there and just see if we can get across here. Yeah, there we go. It's almost ground height. That's worked out okay. So it'd be interesting to see how many people start taking that path. Whoa, there we go. How many people start taking that path across that might then start taking the ferry in the other direction? And that might just lessen the amount here. Unfortunately, these people won't leave. They'll either get on the ferry or they'll eventually just despawn. That's how it works in vanilla. They won't sort of change their minds. But yeah, hopefully that will help over time. Okay, excellent. Well, things are moving along very nicely. Trash is the next thing on our list. Now, we don't have trash collection over here. It is all the way up here, which at the minute is going to struggle getting through the traffic. I'd like to leave it over there and not have any on this island. So we might just... We do have... There we go. Look, we can see the little pink vehicles driving around. So there are... There we go. Look, rubbish trucks coming over. And I bet if we just give that a second or two, we're going to find that those... There we go. Look, they're picking it up. All the little rubbish bin symbols are disappearing. I think we'll be okay. It's just with this initial influx, it was causing a problem. Okay, excellent. So what have we got going on down here? We don't have the wall-to-wall commercial buildings on. I thought we did, because we've got the organic and local produce buildings on because of what we've got over here. Darn it. Okay. I might just need to change up my zoning here and give this all a separate zone. Let me just do that 1 second. There we go. It's got Daffodil Hills we've got over there now. We will change that name. So we want to make sure that that one's got the residential wall-to-wall and organic and local produce, so it doesn't cause any problems. So organic and local produce and residential wall-to-wall. That should be okay. This is default style. That's default style. Yeah, so nothing should change there. I've done a little save just to make sure. Let me pick a new name for this area from one of my lovely patrons. And this is going to be called... We've got Daffodil Hills. We might keep the hills in, we might change it, but Shap Hills, which I think is fantastic. Thank you very much for your support on Patreon. You know, it really means a lot to me. I do appreciate that. If you wish to support me on Patreon, there's information in the description. Still getting some problems with the trash, but we'll work on that as we go along. So I think we are going to need to spread out now into this area over here and try and make the best use of the offices that we've got. So yeah, we're still in the Isle of Roy section. I want to just add some more roads in here so we can really get some of the wall-to-wall action going. Do you know what? I think that will be okay. And if we get offices as much as possible in there, these ones we might just remove those and do something else there. Oh no, hang on, I don't want to delete this, do I? So let's just go like that. Oh man, please don't, no, don't delete. There we go. I don't want to remove this. Oh, it goes quite wide, doesn't it? I'm hoping that I've done okay. There we go. And as soon as you add in some of the needs that people have, things start upgrading. Everybody starts getting happier. Excellent. That's good. Now, the closer we get to this stadium over here, I'm now going to want to add in some of the self-sufficient buildings. We've got this big open area space down here that I wanted to work on. Let's take out some of these trees that we've got along there. And I want to make as much use of this space as possible. So let's have a look again. I do like these roads here with the wide sidewalks, pedestrian. So how close can we get? Yeah, this is where you're going to have an issue, is trying to get up close to a key wall like this. Like that. That's okay, isn't it? And then we're mostly using all the space, apart from a little bit of a gap in the middle. And then we can always just continue that down there. Excellent. And I want it to be big enough to give it its own zone without it causing too much of an issue. Let's get a new zone in here. Love It Square from another fantastic patron. Thank you very much for your support. And then in here, we are going to put down that these are going to be self-sufficient buildings in this little square. I know we don't have any residential demand at the moment, but we're going to fill this in as much as possible. And hopefully we're going to try and force the demand to build up. Once we've had enough offices and things spring up around the place. I'm just sort of looking around thinking, where could we pop? So we could pop that there. I'm going to take this out. That was helping the electricity get across, so we can take that out for sure. And I'm thinking this sort of area here could be like a little office complex type area. But I want to make sure we've got some nice paths and things going across in different places. So maybe let's just pop those in before things start growing. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Oh, and this square here. That'll be a fantastic square for offices. Removing the tree. Boink. There we go. Thank you very much. Right, let's see if we can get all of this to grow in and see what that does to our population. While we're waiting for that, we're going to see if we can help our traffic a bit. 87%, but this is getting super busy down here. I did move all of these things back off the road. So this is a nice 4-lane road going through here. This is a 2-lane road in one direction. So what I'm going to do is just try and help these guys and girls here just keep moving. We're going to add in a stop sign on that side, which I don't normally do. Normally I just keep it all going, and they're just going to ignore it anyway. So that's fine. But hopefully it will just give them a little bit more time for these lot to get out and stop backing up so much. But that's basically just going to keep going until we've grown this area. Okay, so what's happening? We've got our offices coming in, some nice blocks over here. Oh, these are looking nice, aren't they? I love these buildings. Very nice. They fit together. Really good. Can I change the type on these as well? Let's just come out of that view. There we go. No, I can't. No, so we'll just go with that. Oh, we have a match going on. Excellent. Oh, we lost the last one. One was cancelled, but every time we win, we get 140,000. So hopefully that will keep going. Things are going well, but we've still got a big need for industry, and we're running out of electricity. Okay. What have we got connection-wise? We don't have any of this connected to our main grid, and I'm just wondering. So that's only connected to there at the moment. Let us just add this in if we can. Is it going to let me? There we go. We'll add that into the loop as well. And then I'm just going to see if for now we could run this all the way up the edge and then all the way down and get this all hooked into the main grid. There we go. And we can look back and see if we need to tidy that up at some point in the future. But yeah, that's helped anyway for the island. Excellent. Right, so more offices are needed. What are we up to on the population-wise? So we've got 8,000 there. We've got 0 there. And we've got 553 there. So 8,500. I am wondering whether we can increase our industry in another area, like we have the Coastal Guys Heights in this place, and just keep that other one for... yeah, all the population. Where does this zone go? So we've got Mulberry Heights all the way along here with these lovely industrial buildings. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just add some industry along here. Excellent. And that should take care of our demand. That shouldn't add too much traffic, I hope. Do you know what I'd like to do? Because all of these upgraded to the new modern style industrial buildings, which I like, but I also like the old style as well. So I think what we're going to do is wait for these to grow in, and then we're going to mark them as historical and try and keep some of the chimneys down here in this area. Oh, there we go. I think that looks so much better. I love having those chimneyed buildings there. Fits in with some of the other farm type stuff that we've got going on. Just added a few more that side, then it transitions over to these newer style of buildings, some of which are upgrading. Excellent. Now what I'd like to do is also look at the mass transit on our island here, because at the moment it is basically walking and cars. Then you got the ferries, of course, that go around. All populations going up. Very nice, very nice. And I'm thinking about having maybe a tram that runs around in the middle here. Unfortunately, what's going on here? So we've got not enough educated workers. I bet they need highly educated, because one of the things I forgot, we'll come back to our mass transit, if we don't have a university, we popped in the library and a university would be good. I'm thinking whether one of these high capacity universities, they're pretty large. But then we've got these faculty buildings, which will also have a student capacity of 800. That's 10,000, 2,640 a week. One of these little faculty buildings, I think, might just be fine. Let's just pop that on again. I mean, it's going to be a lot of people travelling. If we could sort of pop it over here somewhere, that could actually work out quite well. What about we have this little section here with our university? The building still fits in nicely. Then we can pop some sort of paths and decoration around it. when we come to our decorating section, our time lapse, and also we can put some parking across here as well, because you know everyone's going to need parking at the university. Do something like that. Yeah, excellent. So how about, yeah, back to our mass transit, how about we put in here a tram? Because we haven't used a tram yet. Have we used a tram? I can't remember. Let's have a look. So we've got some buses, we've got trolley buses, of course. Tram lines we don't. So this will be our first tram line. And whether we can sort of have it hooked up so it goes through and around, but without messing up our 4-lane roads. Because the best we're going to get, we've got a lot of pedestrian streets. Oh, we do have a 4-lane road with tram tracks. Oh, mamma mia. Okay. Yeah, we're going to upgrade some of these bridges to tram tracks across here. And then sort of hook up our tram through there. And we can just use... Yeah, we've got these roads here. So we've got tram tracks and bicycle, median. We don't want those ones. We've got these ones with 2-lane road with tram tracks. I think that is the ones we're going to go for. Like so. We might lose a couple of buildings along the way. You might have a couple of funny little turns. Like that one isn't going to let me do it. Where am I trying to get to? Over here. Okay, let's see what we can... Let's see what we can get working in here. And then we're trying to get over to there. So we should be able to get all the way through here. Oh, we've got another couple of small ones that are going to cause problems. Okay, let's just take that out and take that out. And we should be able to draw that straight across. Yeah, that one's fine. And then we should be able to do that here. Yeah, that one's fine. Excellent. Ooh, yeah, we'll lose. That is all the only buildings we've lost the whole time. Oh, that is brilliant. Unfortunately, it means trying to squeeze a tram depot in here, which is flipping huge. Where would be a good spot? We've got a lot of offices over here. So if we could... Oh, man, that lock. If that lock wasn't there, deal wouldn't fit in. So that wouldn't help. I think what we're going to have to do is not necessarily save the rocks this time. That is going to be plopped into there. That is where it's going to go. And then we're going to use the this one here and see if we can upgrade all the way around to connect. There we go. Excellent. So by the offices, that's not too bad. We can work on the slope of the land. All right, let's add this on then and get we've got nice colour on there so we can see what we're doing. Nope, let's go this way and get a clockwise and anti-clockwise loop spread out around here. Right, we've got the 2 lines, clockwise and counterclockwise. Which is which? Let's see. Actually, we'll change that one to a nice green. We'll change that one to slightly different green. So that is the one that's going clockwise. So what is this going to be? Roy clockwise. And then we're going to have Roy counterclockwise. There we go. Excellent. And then I'm not quite sure on the capacity that we're going to need on here. I'm thinking maybe going for... Actually, let's go for this one, the 90. We'll do that on both sides. See how that goes. Whoops, and we can always adjust that later if needed. Some of the trams have come out already before I picked what I wanted. This should now be the newer ones. There we go. Let's just have a look at these. Yeah, not too modern looking. 2 slightly different colours of green. I'll probably set those both as the same colour. But excellent. Let's get those running. What would be really nice is the ability to copy a colour from one to the other. I know there's going to be a mod that allows you to do that, but that is probably about as close as we're going to get. Yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? And that is really going to help people start moving around the city. And also that affects the land value as well. The land value is creeping up, which is brilliant. Now, we could do with working on the land value down here. Not so many parks. Just looking at this little spot here, and with some of these new, smaller sort of parks that we've got. Not like that one, which is huge. Now, that would be good. If I could slide that in there. Excellent. That's good. Fits the land nicely. And maybe, as we've got a bit of space down here, let's have a look. It's this one, the tourist park. Will that fit in there? It will. Yeah, let's pop that in there with the space in between. Oh, there we go. Let's pick the one that I wanted. Excellent. Got the little market going on. And then we've got space to decorate that as well. And that will also help with the land value around here. Excellent. Still a big call for industry. I just don't want to put any more offices over here. I just want all of this to be as much residential as possible. Oh my goodness me. What have I done? What have I done? I've made things so bad. Let's have a look at our ferry line. We've just got the one ferry line running round in a big circle. And they are rammed. Look at that. Every single one is rammed. I mean, if we change it back to this, it's the old ferry type. I quite like this new type of ferry. What? Oh my goodness. That is like the main way people are getting backwards and forwards on this island other than the road. That's why it's so busy. Good grief. How far have we got to go? Ooh, we're like 5,000 off. Just over 5,000 off. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do that. Just swinging back around to our university. This is the only university in the entire city of Yugoslavia. We really need another university somewhere. I'm thinking of just plopping down an MIT because there's a lot of people that want to go. And then when we've got more space, we can come back and build a definite university campus area. What's going on there? You need to empty. Okay. Get on with the emptying. We could maybe... Got no space here. And I don't want to get across the other side of the road just yet. I'm thinking this area. Can we unlock any other squares? We can. I asked you to vote last time, didn't I? I need to go back and check, actually, which one you voted for. Okay, it looks like this one was the most voted for, which I'm going to buy that now. We have the money, and it's going to mean we can do some nice highway work and expand over there. But it also means that we have some space to add our university in, which I'm going to do along here. What have we got there? We've got a high school, yeah. So a nice little campus will start building up here. I'm just going to plop that in for now, and then that'll be something else that we can build and decorate. Oh, do you know what? I just can't put it at that angle. I don't know why I didn't put it nicely lined up. Oh, that's so much better, isn't it? Look at that. Turns it into a nice campus area. So that'll help taking care of the university students and maybe not overcrowd this area so much. Oh, the trash is continuing to become a problem. Oh, look at this. We've had the first of our... Oh, hang on. Yes, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Self-sufficient buildings pop in, which is brilliant. So I'm so glad. But I am thinking we need a bit of care to be taken over here with our trash. Could we run a little road down here? Let's see what we can do. And we might just be able to add something to help with the trash down here. And there we go. Nothing too complicated, but trying to sort of hide it from the view of everybody else on the island. I think that will go okay for now, and that will take care of our needs. We've got a little bit of space if we need to expand a bit later. Oh, we've got more self-sufficient buildings coming in. That is fantastic. And we've still got tons of space on here. 36,000. Things are growing. Every now and again, we can see a little bit of residential need pop in, which is fantastic. I think this area around here could definitely do with some small shops. So we're going to sort of pop in a few different size shops along here and see what we get. Let's just check what zone that is in. That is in the Isle of Roy zone. Yep, so that's okay. We'll get the nice looking buildings there. All excellent. Let's take a quick look at our trams and see how they're going around the place. So we're getting a nice amount of usage, but not as much as I thought we would do. I'm not sure if I want to drop these down. I'm going to drop them down to 4 on that one. How's it going the other way? Pretty much the same. I'm going to drop that down to 4. The loops aren't too big, so we might find that will be okay. We've got a ton of people walking through, walking everywhere. That is exactly what I want to see in the city. Lots and lots of walking. Our bridges crossing over. Lots of walking. How's the weight down here? Yes, there is still a big weight down there, but you know, that's the way it goes. Everything else I think is looking pretty spiffing. How's it going over here? Nice to get a bit of a close-up every now and again, see how things are being used. This will get busier as more people move in on this side, but overall I am liking... Oh, there we go. We've got some of the nice new commercial buildings coming in. I feel like I need to work on flattening that land out. Maybe try and get some different varieties of buildings along here as well. So we're making judicial use of the historical button. That one's okay. I don't really want the ones with just popping in, if we can help it, but we'll see what we get. Just doing a little bit of work along the back here where things sort of seem to pop up and look a bit odd. I'm just wondering whether I could sort of place these as much as possible along here like so. And then if I can get like a little fence and some trees in along here, it will look like this is how it's supposed to be. Let's do that. Let's grab a fence. Just thinking of the forestry fence. Should be okay. Let's turn off all my snap 2s. They're already off. And then I could literally just bring that along the back of these buildings. Excellent. There we go. And then just a nice line of trees. Nothing too big. I think we might go for the... No, not that one. What's the one I'm looking for? Here we go. This one here. Excellent. That is the young linden. Everybody loves a young linden. Maybe we could just get those along the back here. There we go. Might add a little bit more greenery in there. Oh, I feel like we're about to hit a target. There we go. Metropolis. 40,000. We've added in the 20,000 population that we needed, as well as quite a lot of upgrades to hit our next target. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, a little bit more foliage along there, but I'm loving the way the Isle of Roy looks. Still a lot of work to go on here. Still a lot of space. But these little places like this with some trees and maybe what I've done before, like if we just take this block here. Oh, I love that little spot through there. If I had mods, I would do something about that. But what I would do is just come out of this view and I'm going to dezone that one there and get rid of that, and then you can sort of come in with these sort of paths. Well, there we go. We get the idea. And you get that nice little path out the back, a few extra trees. You could pop a few extra trees in yourself, do a bit of decorating, and really make something of these little back areas. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So compared to how the Isle of Roy looked at the beginning of this video, yes, there's still a few rough edges, but I'm loving the way that it looks with all the additional residential properties on there. And also now we have this area up here that we can work on in a future video. What would you like to see up there? I'm thinking a big university complex to replace the ones that we've sort of dotted around the city. Let me know what you think and any ideas you've got. I'll be checking out the comments. If you wish to support me on Patreon, that is linked below as well. And I do thank all of my patrons for their support. And subscribe before you go. That is well received. And I love it if you leave a like. That would be great. I will see you all very soon for the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.